The short-term borrowings is part of what has helped us run this business. And the reason for short-term borrowings is just like in a company, you go for what you can to run some of the engagements that we have as a business. And we had an overdraft, which is what we've been using, and we want to stop incurring that by doing a restructuring of our finances to try as much as possible to eliminate use of overdraft, because it's a very expensive item. The majority of the debt is from the small consumers. Large power is a small amount, not so huge. Government as well, they are actually paying their bills. The president called and the minister treasury called to push settlement of bills, outstanding bills, has helped us to get that money from the ministries and government bodies. The majority of what we have as debts, outstanding debts, is actually from the small customers. I want Kenyans to understand one thing, that power is not expensive in this way. If you look at your consumption for 1 month, you have lightings in the house. Perhaps you are about four people in the that's father, mother, and perhaps 2 children, just as an example. And you have, say, 3 bedrooms. So every bedroom is lighted. The TV is usually on, perhaps with a house girl or someone who watches the TV throughout. It's consuming. In the morning, the 4 of you take a shower, perhaps with a hot bath, which will use electricity. In the morning, you use microwave to prepare your food, and also the water heating equipment. There could be a dispenser. There could be other gadgets that are using power. Day 1, 2, 3, up to that. When some people get a bill of about 4,000 shillings, when their lifestyle has been very good by having this, they use that power to have all that done. So what angers them is us giving them bills that perhaps are not accurate. But we are addressing that, and we are addressing it very quickly. One thing that we've done is ensuring that there are levels of approvals towards billing. Rather, you get a bill in the morning. You get a bill that has an issue. You make a complaint. It has some levels of approval if there is an adjustment to be made. That is bringing down the fraud levels. The other thing that we are trying to do as much as possible is to introduce the quality control. Before a bill is sent to you, you see, there can happen that for a long time you've not been billed accurately, or you had been under-billed. And one time we come and read and we find that there will be a spike. Whenever there is that spike, it ought to be looked at by a quality control team, so that bills go to customers when they have been checked, they have been cleared, they are okay. And if there is any rebilling to be done, it's done before it is dispatched to customers, so that customers can continue having faith and trust in our bills. And I think it's very important that they start realizing that we are working very hard to address this matter of billing, because a customer who is not billed properly is an angry customer. We have a role here to make sure that we don't only rely on tariff to improve our performance. We want to work on ensuring that we improve on sales growth. That is by ensuring that we meter every point of customers, and we deal with these illegal things that are happening by giving them proper power where they can get a meter. And just the same way I had said, they should believe that our power is better, is quality, and is safe, and perhaps cheaper. And I think they need to believe that. Going forward, we would wish to urge Kenyans to, as much as possible, take our power in the legal manner. The people who are selling to them power through illegal means, the cartels and so on, they are exploiting these people. If you have one bulb and you are paying 500 shillings or 300 shillings per month, that's a rip-off, because it's just one bulb which could be costing less than 200 shillings. Remember, we've created that tariff of 0 to 100 as opposed to 0 to 10, and that has benefited these small customers who are in that lifeline, and they're able to benefit from that lifeline, which is helping them. So they would be paying much less than what they are paying to those cartels. We have gone out to the field, and we've taken record or note of what's happening. The situation may not be very good as it is right now, but we've taken aggressive measures to ensure that we turn and we change the situation on the ground. That means where there is no meter, we want to ensure metering is done. As much as possible, where we want to also bring on board the metering of the transformers to make sure that we find out where are we losing. We also want to ensure that we manage the costs, which is under our control and sales. Perhaps what we may not manage is power purchase, because that's under the regulator. But I want to assure shareholders that the opportunity is big. We just need to refocus as workers in this company and know that our mandate is to sell power. And if our mandate is to sell power, we just do exactly that. And that's ensuring that every person who is using our power is metered. That meter is in our system. That meter or that account is billed, and we collect that money. It's as simple as that. We want to ensure that transformer points are metered. The reason for that is that when you have, customers are connected to a transformer. We are perhaps losing through these thefts that you saw yesterday. And so, had we had transformer metered, we would be aggregating the total of those meters against this one meter, the transformer, and know exactly how we are losing. That's how we are going to address this matter of losses, particularly the commercial losses. Not any other study. I don't believe any studies will help us. It's just embarking on this exercise, meter those transformers, and ensure also that all the meters are metered. Because if you find a transformer that is having more consumption than the aggregated meters in respect to that transformer, then that what means is that there are people who are stealing that power, and we need to take action. We've not had the chance to be able to get what type of meters we'll use, but of course there'll be smart meters, and these smart meters, the costs are going down. It's a new technology, but costs are dramatically going down, and I wouldn't be able to give you a figure at the moment, but we'll seek the support of perhaps the donors to this. We'll find a way, because it's very important, and all the stakeholders can see that once we address that area of losses, we'll be very far. We'll change this place completely.